Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Like and subscribe, links are in the description. Let's get on with this news today. So Bitcoin faces maybe another Black Swan event. We don't know the exact date, but it has to do with Mt. The crypto exchange that blew up and tanked crypto by 90% back in the elder days of crypto. Only elder statesmen of crypto will actually remember Mt. Those of us that joined, in 2017, 2018, will not have much experience with Mt. But Mt. controlled about 90% of the crypto exchange market back in 2013. It was actually originally built as a Magic the Gathering platform somehow, and then they converted it into a crypto platform, famously by the mighty Jed McCaleb. And Jed has somehow gotten himself out of all the legal trouble with Mt. somehow. But it could trigger a Black Swan event because at the end of 2013, Mt. infamously got hacked for a lot of Bitcoin. And the lawsuit has been going on for 9 years now on restitution. But the thing is, it's finally coming to an end, and they're going to unlock 150,000 Bitcoins that might actually flood the market. Now, Mt. has had unlocks before, but I don't think any of those unlocks really contributed to the price change. Now, but this one is probably the largest one, and the problem is right now the volume is very, very low. So even a small amount of Bitcoin dumped onto the market might trigger a Black Swan event, and that's what we're actually afraid of. So the prospect is rumored that 150,000 BTC flooding the market gets real as Mt. creditors choose how much money to receive in cash, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash. This is from Cointelegraph. Now, if they choose to receive in Bitcoin Cash, that's great. No one really cares. If Bitcoin Cash crashes, so be it. But the thing is, I don't think anyone's really going to elect to receive in Bitcoin Cash because no one really cares about Bitcoin Cash. If they choose to elect to receive cash, Mt. might have to sell some of those Bitcoin, which would bring the market down to repay the cash. If they choose to receive Bitcoin, obviously, now they have the Bitcoin that they could actually sell. So there could be a lot more Bitcoin coming onto the exchanges. So I would actually pay attention to whale watchers and what is actually happening then. So Mt. for those of you that don't know, controlled a lot of the crypto market and they got hacked, and it basically brought the market down 90% back in 2013. Now, in terms of absolute value, yes, there have been breaches that are much greater than Mt. but that's really only because crypto is worth 1,000 times more now. So obviously any hack now is going to be more than any hack then. But in terms of proportion of the market, there is nothing that even comes close to rivaling Mt. No exchange comes close to dominating 90% of the market. I think Binance only dominates 9 or 10%, and they're the biggest exchange out there. So this is actually a big deal. There was new correspondence on July 6th, and that is the trustee appointed in the rehabilitation process, but he did not actually give a date on when he would actually start the repayments. But remember, we have another potential event coming up in numbers coming out, both for inflation and also the GDP. If the GDP is negative again, we are going to go into a recession, no doubt about that from me. But the thing is, if we go into a recession, that'll have a psychological effect. And then if he starts making payments, if he actually starts making payments after the recession is announced, it could be a double whammy. So I would definitely watch out for something like that. So the rehabilitation trustee is currently preparing to make payments in accordance to the approved rehabilitation plan of which the confirmation order of the Tokyo District Court was made final and binding on November 16th, 2021. So this could actually be a big deal when the victims get their Bitcoin released, because it's over 100,000 Bitcoin coming out of the market possibly in an era where there is actually very low volume, and if something gets dumped on, it could be pretty disastrous. So I don't really think it'll have too much of an effect, but it is something you should watch for. It is something you should watch whale watchers for to see if any large amount of Bitcoin comes onto the exchanges in terms for sale, because it actually could bring us to $15,000 or below, at least for a small while. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.